All right, we're back for another breakdown here, 2021 PGA Championship, and we're going to talk about how I don't think you should play a golf hole, but who do I know? I don't coach on the PGA Tour, just coach at the collegiate level. So we'll go through a breakdown, though, and show you some things I see players make a mistake on a lot. So we're on the par 5 second hole here at Kiawah Island, and we have three players, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, and Brooks Koepka, playing the par 5 second hole. Now, the wind is getting brutal at this point, where we are getting gusts that are getting into the 20 miles an hour range and more. And we have Justin Thomas here, who has just hit his drive, and he is going to go for the green with a 3-wood. So we're going to take a little bit of a breakdown here first. So first off, you can see he hit his drive 276 yards. Now, this wind has been brutal and eating up the golf ball. I know that players have been seeing that on the range. Bryson DeChambeau on the range was hitting 208 mile an hour ball speed, and he was carrying the ball 280 yards only. That is insane how much the wind is affecting golf ball. So this is something you should have known going into the round. Now, I look at this shot here, and if we go back, we got to take a look first at where they're at. So he's somewhere out here, and he's playing this shot, and he's got to go over all of the sand to a pin way in the back right. And what you can't see here is there is hazard, and you're going to see it here coming up. There's hazard on the right side and long of this target. So what's going to happen here is I don't really know what the play is that he's trying to go for. Is he trying to hit a shot into the left fairway, get there? I don't realistically see how he's going to get the ball here to this green with, after he just hit a driver 276 yards. This ball is getting eaten up. And especially with the fairway wood, you tend to get a little more loft on those than, like, let's say an iron. So you're going to get the ball up in the air a little bit more. So anyway, he's going to try it. It just doesn't seem super likely. Again, I guess he's trying to go over here. There's the wind, gusts up to 24 miles an hour. I guess this is the play, trying to get over here. So anyway, that's his decision. He's going to go and give it a rip, get it up there somewhere close, which I know is a popular strategy. And that ball takes off and immediately balloons up into the wind. And he's begging for it not to plug. There it is, somewhere over here, into the ground. Now, Rory stepping up right behind him. Rory hits it a little bit longer, but he's going to step up right behind him here at 264, so a little closer. And he's going to hit the exact same shot. Now, because he is closer, you'll see that ball comes down. It came down right in this little tongue here, and that's where they're at. So I guess they were trying to get it here. There is a hazard right here. And you can see Brooks Koepka has actually laid up his ball here to that spot where he had about 130 yards that he's hitting into the wind. So that's where he's at. Now we're going to move up. We're going to have to play the shots in the bunker. JT's like, oh man, now I've got a 50, 60 yard bunker shot. This is what I don't get. You're leaving yourself a spot 60, 50 yards, and you're going to have to play up a hill to a tight pin, and you got to go out of the bunker. And I know if I'm JT here, I'm thinking, oh man, don't thin it. Please don't thin this shot. Don't, if anything, catch it a little heavy. And see you later. I caught a little bit too much ball, and that ball's over, bouncing into the hazard. Lucky that it didn't go more into the hazard. So now Rory from almost the same spot. You can see how this pin is perched up. Brooks, good guy, going to look for it. I like it. But Rory's now got to step up, and he's like, oh man, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. Oh man, don't thin it. Here we go. All right, I'm a little closer, so I'm going to play more of an explosion type shot like I normally would. And don't thin it because I'm not going to go in the water, but don't leave it short because I'm not a very good chipper of the golf ball, and I don't get it there. Shoot. All right, so we've seen that we've left ourselves some pretty awful spots. Now, Rory's spot's not too bad. Again, here's a good look at what we had to play up. You can see how they have to play up over this ridge. I just don't think it's a super likely shot to get close from where they were at. The thing about going for it, you have to look at your risk reward. What are you risking for what the reward is? I'm not seeing a whole lot of reward for taking on the risk of going and getting the ball into these spots. So that's the big thing. Now Rory's gonna, march around a little bit. Oh man, I really don't like this spot. I'm not a good chipper. Why didn't I just hit it over here onto the green? All right, JT's over there. All right, man, this should be easy for most people, but I'm not a good chipper. All right, I'm gonna go walk it off. So he's gonna walk it off. We're gonna take it over to JT, who's hanging out in the weeds over here and doing his thing. Good technique on this, getting that face open, getting a feel for being a little bit more vertical. Let's take as he just chops this out. Nice shot, rolling down the hill. Let's give him one more look here. Let's see what he's got. Chop out. All right, cool. Now we go back over to Rory, our chipping master. Here he goes. Let's see it. All right, should be makeable for a tour player. We're going to just not hit a very good one. Okay, so we're going to, all right, I still got a par putt. Man, I wish I would have just played this a lot safer, a lot simpler. I'm going to look really, really stupid when I don't play this very well. People are going to laugh at me. But, here we go. But I can still beat most of them. All right, Brooks, so in the meantime, he's sitting over here, 130 yards. He put it to here. Very, very good spot. It's a reasonable look for a birdie. Should be pretty stress-free. Good look at a putt. Should be stress-free for the par unless you just absolutely blast it by. Oh, man. I was going to be the smart one. Now we're all struggling. Rory, here he comes for that par putt. Okay. Not good when you start walking 3 feet from the hole. All right, now we go there. Then we're going to step up. Brooks has got to come up here next, and he's like, oh, man, somebody's got to make a par on this hole because we're going to look pretty silly if us bombers can't par a par 5, at least one of us. Brooks sneaks it in on the right side. Yep, I meant to do that the whole time. No problem. And then we get to JT. Hey, you know what? Maybe I can get this in. Oh, man, I'm not playing good right now. I'm not hitting it good. I really got to get this. I don't want to go to +3. Ugh. Let's see this. I'm going to put a good stroke on it, give it a good, nice run, give it a chance to go into the hole, and here we go. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Well, that's how I wouldn't play a hole. That's how I see a lot of people play golf holes, is they're trying to do things that just don't make a whole lot of sense, and that's when you walk off and you're just scratching your head, raking the green, all that stuff. So, interesting way to play the hole. Again, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Something I would tend to look at as we're going through and seeing what we can do. But that's the breakdown. Let me know if you have questions. And if you have any shots that we want broken down, comment down below.